Welcome to the Lorraine Murphy Show. I am very excited to take you on this week's episode journey because it's in line with one of the things that sits closest to my heart, which is all around weekly planning and how we really set ourselves up for success week to week. It's interesting, even some of my mentees who are, running very successful businesses, they've been in business over 10 years and they're doing, past the 7-figure mark. And even at that, this is some of these basics that we need to come back to together sometimes to really recalibrate, reset. And I think the thing to remember as well is that there's no one week that works perfectly for everyone. And equally, there's no one week that's going to work perfectly for you for into infinity, in future time. So every season, every life stage, whether it's in business or as a family or as an individual, is going to require a slightly different nuance to our week. So that's why this is actually an exercise in terms of planning an ideal week that I come back to quite regularly with my one-on-one mentees. So I thought it'd be really fun this week to take you behind the scenes in terms of how I plan and structure my week as someone who is trying to pack a lot in each week, whether that is, time with my husband or time for myself or time with our kids, the inevitable family admin like drop-offs and pickups, and also exercise and health, which is really, really important to me. Plus, obviously, time with friends. There's a lot to pack in, basically. So what I thought I would do is run you through my week this week, because one of the questions that I do get a lot from listeners to the show is, how do you fit all of the things in? And they often come from someone who's sitting in a space of overwhelm, saying, Lorraine, I'm seeing how you're exercising, or I'm seeing how you're getting this Friday afternoon to yourself, whatever it might be, how can I make the same thing happen? So I thought it would be really helpful, hopefully, to almost like set out my weekly plan and how it generally runs. And I really love hearing about how other women, other couples, other families, other business owners manage their time and structure their weeks, because there's always, I find, a little nugget or a little hack in there that is really, really helpful for me and what I can apply in my own home and also my own business as well. So what I'm going to do is step you through week by week, like day by day within my week, as to how it is generally structured. Just before we do dive into that, though, I do want to say that there are always 4 things that I want to make sure I'm getting out of my week, or almost like 4 pillars to the success of my week. And those 4 pillars are, first of all, intention. So being really clear as to what it is I want to make happen in my week and how I'm going to do that. The second one is flow. So I pretty much spend my life trying to achieve that state of flow, where you're just so present, you're so in the moment, you're so connected with yourself, you're so connected with others, and there's just a beautiful ease and a flow and a rhythm that happens when we are in that space. So flow is a really big goal of mine week to week. The third is productivity. So I do want to make shit happen. I'm all for the rest and the recharging and all of the things, but ultimately I do want to get shit done week to week as well, whether that is getting shit done at home or getting shit done in the business. So that's really, really key. So number 3 is productivity. And the fourth thing that I want to ensure is in there is balance. So if you've heard me talk about balance in the past, you probably know I'm not a fan of the word, because it just feels very precarious. And we can spend our entire lives seeking this elusive feeling of balance and never quite feel like we've got it. So what I mean by this, when I say balance, it's week to week balance, that I feel like I'm touching all the different areas of my life that are important to me, that it's really meeting my values, I guess, if that makes sense. So there are 4 pillars, just a quick recap. So they are intentionality, flow, productivity, and also balance as well. If this is sparking something for you, I have got a free weekly success guide. So it's part mini ebook, part toolkit. So if you want to go to lorrainemurphy.com.au/weekly success guide, that is there. It's completely free and you will get that, and it goes into a lot more detail in terms of the theory of setting up your week for success week to week. So that's there for you. I'll obviously pop a link in the show notes for you as well. Okay, so I know there's quite a few listeners who are joining the show now that we've entered into this new chapter of the Lorraine Murphy Show, which is very exciting. Welcome to all my new peeps. So just to give you a bit of context, just in case you haven't been following along in my world for too long yet. So first of all, I work 3.5 days per week. So I run my own business. This is my second business. I ran my first one for just under 6 years, and I've been running this second one for just over 7 years. So I mostly work from home, and I will go in and work in the city in my private members club for business owners when I need to see a mentee or I'm hosting workshops or events or whatever it might be. My husband Wade also works mostly from home. He's probably more like 50-50. He's half from home, half from a co-working space in the city. And we've got 2 kids. So we've got an 8-year-old little girl and we've got a 4-year-old little boy. And both of them, so our 8-year-old is at school and our little boy is at preschool. So to give you some context there, we don't have any family support around us. So my family are all in Ireland and my husband's family are all up the coast. So yeah, we operate kind of within our little no family bubble at the moment. We've got a couple of ad hoc babysitters who we draft in for a couple of hours here or there. And I guess the only other piece of context to give you is we both exercise a lot. So I was totting this up. I exercise 8 times a week normally. And I was adding up, Wade probably does 10 to 12 exercise sessions a week. So we do train a lot. So that's just another kind of level of context for you as I'm stepping you through how we plan out our week. So how the week runs. So what I'm going to take you through here, we like to call it, Wade and I call it our template week. And how we got to that is we used to plan it. We still do plan our week out, week to week. And what we used to do is we kind of start the week from scratch and go, okay, what are you doing Monday? What am I doing Tuesday? What are you doing Wednesday? And so on. And instead now what we've really crafted, and it's been really this year that this has dropped in and the clarity for this has dropped in, is almost like a template week. So we pretty much start with the template as the basis when we sit down to plan out our week. And that just means that it minimizes probably 70% of the back and forth, because it's pretty much like the template's there. And then it's almost like we just edit the dietary requirements as and when we need to. So if I'm not available to do what I normally do on a Wednesday or vice versa, whatever it might be. So that template week is massively helpful to us. It minimizes, as I said, a lot of that back and forth. So I'm going to step you through how we run the week. And I just want to be really clear here that I would never put together a perfect week and say, okay, you go do this. This is the perfect kind of week. This is the ideal week for me. And this is our weeks generally will run like this unless one of us is traveling or the school holidays or whatever might be going on. So it's the template week. And the other thing I want to say to you as well is that if you are listening to this as I'm stepping through my week and it sounds overwhelming or holy crap, that's too much to pack in or whatever it might be, please do know that this week that I'm stepping you through is as a result of years of testing and trying and layering and layering and layering. I talk a lot when I'm talking to habits with my mentees. I talk a lot about layering, how it's not realistic just to go and completely change all our habits from scratch and that's it. Like this is, for example, with the morning routine. So it's not about just switching on the perfect week and making it all happen perfectly straight away. It's about just layering gradually, step by step, the different layers in. Because what you are hearing me talk to today is a week that I have been fiddling with and crafting and tweaking and editing alongside Wade for a number of years now. So I want to be really clear on that as well. All right, so let's dive in. So Monday, the overall Monday is Wade has a focus day for his work, and I'm pretty much doing all of the kid stuff on a Monday. So what that means is we have 2 exercise slots in the morning in our house. So either, there's the early morning, which is like 5:30, 6-ish. And then the second one is like 7 a.m. to 7:30. So I will do the 6 a.m. exercise on a Monday morning. And this used to be a yoga class, but back when I did my Bold Darling launch in August, I got into a really nice habit of walking every morning. So I used to have like my exercise was like a walk 2 mornings a week, and other days it would be strength and yoga and all the things. And it was such a beautiful, grounding, creative, centering practice that I've kept it going. So I've actually juggled the template around somewhat. So I will go for a walk at 6 a.m. on Monday morning, and I'm back for 7, and then the kids are usually up, and I will do the kid stuff. So I'll make them breakfast, get the lunch boxes packed, and take them to school. And then I'm back at my desk at about 9. And then Monday for me, I call it my Monday momentum. So I have no meetings. My idea of a successful Monday is when I don't wear any makeup. I can just be in complete deep work, working on my business for an entire day. So what that looks like is I'm working on my quarterly plan. So within my business, I work on a 90-day quarterly plan, which is what I do with my mentees and Bold Darling Mastermind as well. And I will spend the morning working. So from 9 till 11, I will be working on my MIT, so most important tasks. So my goal is to get my 3 MITs done in time for me to get to PT at 11 a.m. So it's a really nice structure. I used to think that 11 a.m. was a bit disruptive, but actually it's perfect because it really puts a rocket under my ass to get those 3 MITs done before I go to the gym. And then I come back and then it's deep work then for the afternoon. I'm then on dinner. So generally I'll put something into the oven just before I run out to get the kids. And then I do the double pickup. I do dinner with them. Wade goes to jiu-jitsu at 6 o'clock and I do bedtime. So Monday is kind of my big Monday momentum, but also on the kids' day as well. And then on Tuesday morning, so I will do my miracle morning, which is my meditation, oracle cards, gua sha, my big lemon drink. And I will have breakfast with the kids. And then I go and do my exercise then on Tuesday morning at around 7:30 in the morning. Wade is on the kids on Tuesday, so he does drop off and he does pick up on Tuesdays. And Tuesday is also my big mentoring day. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are my big days for mentoring. So they are pretty full days. So I might have 5 to 6 mentoring sessions in a day, and which sounds like a lot, but I think because I have educated myself so much on energy management over the last few years that it feels like a very potent, full, exciting, expansive day. And then there's some simple things that I've put in place. So Sam, my operations manager, knows that I need 15 minutes between mentoring sessions because I generally will run over by a couple of minutes and just gives me time to get centered before the next session. And I need 30 minutes to eat for lunch as well. So my little wish list items for Sam are that she sets those things up for me. So Tuesday is big mentoring day. And then as soon as I'm finished mentoring at about 5, I will go and do a strength session. And Wade is on dinner. So he's on Taco Tuesday. So I go to the gym and then I come back and join the kids and him for dinner when I get back as well. So that's Tuesday. And then Wednesday is I'm on 6 a.m. So Wade has another focus day on Wednesdays for his work. So I will do the 6 a.m. walk and then it is Mama Wilder Day. So I have my Wednesday with our little boy, our 4-year-old. So we'll walk our daughter to school. I'll take him to a swimming lesson. And then generally him and I we'll go to the playground or an indoor playground, or we'll have some kind of Mama Wilder fun. And then we pick Lexi up from school and then we take her to her swimming lesson and in the afternoon. So that is very much, it's a big kid day for me on Wednesdays. And then we have, nice dinner. And then in winter, Wade would light the fire for us on a Wednesday evening. So it just feels like a really nice kind of family, cozy evening. A nice little reset midweek, which I really, really enjoy. And Thursday is very similar to Tuesday. So I'll do my miracle morning and I'll have breakfast with the kids and then I'll go do my big walk then. And then Thursday is Bold Darling Day. So Bold Darling is my mastermind for female entrepreneurs who want to build successful businesses without sacrificing themselves in the process. So Thursday is Bold Darling Day. So that means any of our live sessions, so my live tutorials, our live sessions with the experts, the quarterly planning days, our quarterly AI training sessions, they all happen on Thursday. So it's a big Bold Darling Day on that day. And then in the evening then Wade will pick the kids up and then I normally have dinner ready then for him when they get home. So again, nice family dinner. And then Wade or myself might go out, we might catch up with a friend that evening, whatever happens that day. And then Friday is really nice because something that we have just started doing over the last few weeks is booking a babysitter from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. So she comes just as the kids are getting up and Wade and I head out and sometimes he'll go a bit earlier and he'll go to the gym and he'll meet me then to walk together. And then sometimes we'll just walk together. So we'll have a really nice 1 to 1.5 hour walk together in the morning around by the water. It's so beautiful. And then we go for breakfast at our favorite cafe and have a coffee. And it is so strange, neither of us having to be on the kids on a Friday morning. It just feels like, I can't even explain it to you. It's like having a little holiday. It's so nice. We love it. And I look forward to it all week. It's so lovely. And it's a chance, to catch up on the week, plan out the weekend, just have some really nice, beautiful, connected chats. And it's really sweet. The staff at the cafe a couple of weeks ago when we were doing this morning date, they were like, are you guys still talking? We got there, I think 7:15, and we were still sitting there at 9 o'clock. And I was like, shit, I need to get back to work. Let's go. So then Friday morning then is very much like an on the business. So it's an on the business with makeup day is how I like to describe it. So it's very much about creating content. A lot of the podcast recording dates in the studio now are going to be coming up on Fridays. So it's very much, about capturing content, being on, going to events. I've got a big event happening this Friday and catching up. So like having lunch in the city, going into my business club in the city. That's the Friday. It's kind of like social butterfly energy is how I like to see the Friday. And in the afternoon, then from 2 to 5, I call it Lorraine's mini weekend. So it took me over 7 years of being a mum before I realised that actually the weekends aren't quite as relaxing post-kids as they had been pre-kids. So what I started to realise or started to feel was that it would get to Sunday evening and I would feel like resentful, cranky, rushed, like my whole afternoon on Sunday had been spent getting ready for the week ahead, and it just did not feel restorative. It did not feel recharging. And I just hated bouncing into Monday feeling like that, and obviously just being cranky with the family. I was not a fan. So what I started to do was book out 2 to 5 on a Friday afternoon, and that is time for me to go and fill my tank. And I really like it because obviously the work week is very full, particularly on Tuesdays and Thursdays are very full. And what I really love about having this Friday afternoon is that it is almost like a portal through to the weekend. So it gives me that third space to recharge, reflect on how the week has gone, what's worked, what hasn't worked, and really enter into the family time from Friday afternoon feeling really grateful, really centered in myself, really energized. So what I will often do, so last Friday for my mini weekend, I went to a local bathhouse and did the whole red light, saunas, cold plunge, magnesium pool. It was so nice. It's just heaven. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll book a facial or book a massage or book a kinesiology session for 2 o'clock because it forces me to down tools. It's very easy when you're sitting there on a Friday and you're in flow just to keep going and faff around clearing emails or whatever it might be. So actually having a hard finish by booking an appointment I find works really well. So having that bathhouse appointment to get to on Friday afternoon last week meant that I had to finish up and get there on time. So whatever that looks like, sometimes it might be watching a show at home, it might be reading a book, it might be going for a walk, it might be catching up with a friend. Just having that 3 hours, I cannot tell you the difference it makes for the weekend after, but then also the entire week ahead. It's like I pay myself first with my time and my energy, and then I have so much more then to obviously give to the fam as well. And then Friday afternoon, we always have a really simple pizza dinner. So we get the beautiful pizza bases from the markets, and that's dinner, and it's just easy. Nice wind up for the week. And then Saturday morning then, so clicking into weekend mode. So I don't work weekends. The only time I would probably work a weekend would be during launch, which is twice a year for Bold Darling. And so my weekends are they're not business time at all. So Saturday morning, Wade might go to the gym or he'll go to paddle, and then he does the market shop at our local produce markets. I really enjoy doing the market shop, but when I do it, we spend way too much money because I get super inspired and like, oh, this would be nice, and we could do this with this, and we spend way too much money. So Wade he does it military style. He has his list, he ticks through it, and he does not spend $1 more than he needs to. So he comes back from the markets and we make pancakes on Saturday morning. So I'll have his pancake ready for him, and then we'll unpack the shopping, and then we'll generally head out and do kind of the other kind of supermarket shops together. And we always have family coffee together on Saturday morning as well, which we all really look forward to all week. And then the afternoon then is just resetting the house, laundry, just getting really kind of dropping into that weekend energy. We might go see friends, we might have friends over, and then Wade and I might have a date night then on Saturday night. We used to have a date night every Friday, and that Friday morning has kind of replaced that, which I'm not unhappy about. It feels really, really nice. It's working really well at the moment. Or else one of us might go out with friends and the other one's obviously at home with the kids. So that's Saturday. And then on Sunday then I have 8 a.m. yoga. So I have a breakfast with the fam before I head to yoga. And my 8 a.m. yoga, it's like soul church, like it's soul and body church. I look forward to that session so much. And then from there, it's family fun. So last Sunday, we went on a bushwalk together. We might go to the beach. Lexi was doing soccer all winter. So soccer was a big part of Sunday mornings for the family then. And then we might catch up with friends then as well. Something I really like to do is for us all to be home at 2 o'clock. So on weekends where maybe we've gone and had Sunday roast with friends, in the pub when we get home at 5 or 6 or even 7 p.m. on a Sunday. Like, I hate that. It feels to me like Sunday, we need that sacred Sunday energy on a Sunday afternoon, because again, it's just very grounding. It's very energizing, and it's just very connecting, for us, all the four of us, to come back together, just the four of us in our home, in our sanctuary, on a Sunday afternoon. There's a really, I can feel it in my body when I'm talking about that, and the energy that we feel on that Sunday afternoon. So I always do a big Sunday roast. So maybe it's a brisket, that's Wade's fave, and then kids' bath. I make lunches 2 days at a time, lunch boxes. And then we also have family movie while we have dessert on the sofa as well. So it's really just about, that slow, soft, steady energy. And coming together as a family on a Sunday afternoon is really special. And then ideally kids going to bed easily, and then we get to bed and have a nice recharging sleep and ready to do the whole thing again. So that's how I run my week. And as I said, I just really want to underline what I said already, that this is my ideal week. It's the week that works really well for Wade and I at this current stage of life that we're in. And it doesn't have to be your week. So what I would really invite you to do is if there's something that has sparked some interest, or it's sparked a thought as to, actually we could do that, or I could do that, or maybe I should think about that in my business. Really think about just following that almost like that one breadcrumb. Just what's that one thing that would make a difference for you in your week? Just one thing. And again, just coming back to that idea of layering, because the worst thing you can do is go and just reimagine your entire week and then just make it so hard for yourself to maintain that and sustain it over a long period of time. So just take that one thing that you think will make the biggest difference for you right now, where you're at in your life, and potentially your business if you have one as well. And then from there, you can layer in the next thing and the next thing. So for you, it may be, I know that Monday momentum is a really big thing for my mentees. They really like doing that. Something else that they really like to do is 90 minutes on their 90-day plan a week. So their 90-day plan is that quarterly plan that I work on with them. We do it in Bold Darling as well as part of our quarterly planning days. So the 90 minutes is just 90 minutes to move your 90-day plan forward a week. So there might be that. It may be having a morning date with your partner. It may be having your mini weekend on a Friday afternoon. So my intention from sharing this today is to give you, as I said, that behind the scenes as to how I run it, and then hopefully inspiring you, whether it's something that I have shared as part of today's episode, or it's something that it's sparked a thought for you. So, we should do that. Like, just action that one thing. Like, I know where you're listening right now that there's something that has dropped in. So just follow that little breadcrumb trail, follow that little spark. So maybe it's a text you need to send to your partner, or it's a babysitter that you want to book, or it's that massage that you've been meaning to have for months, but you're going to make it happen this coming Friday. Just do that one thing, because what you then prove to yourself is that you can step into proactive mode on your week and make the things that you want to make happen. Thank you so much for joining this week's episode. A quick reminder, I already mentioned this episode, but I'll say it again. I have a whole guide on how to set up your week for success. So it's my weekly success guide. You can grab it at lorrainemurphy.com.au/weekly success guide. And I'll also pop a link in the show notes as well. So if you enjoyed today's episode, I would love if you could subscribe, because that helps even more women like you find the show and really tap into the magic that we're creating here on this beautiful podcast community together. So wherever you are now, if safe to do so, I would love if you could just tap subscribe. And that also means that you won't ever miss an episode. And there's lots of juicy episodes coming up over the next few weeks and months. And also, if this helped you or resonated with you, please share it. So pass it on to your partner or to a colleague or your sister or your bestie, to really, share, as I said, share this info with as many people as you can as well. And I would always love to hear from you in terms of what resonated, what you're putting into practice from the show. So if you want to jump over to my Insta at Lorraine Murphy Mentor and drop me a DM with your biggest takeaway from this week's episode. It's always so good. The podcast is the number one thing that I hear most back from in terms of people listening and actioning things. So I always really do appreciate when people slide into my DMs and let me know what they are implementing from the show as well. And also if you've got any special requests for upcoming episodes too. So I'm sending you lots of love, and I really hope that you've enjoyed this week's episode, and I'm looking forward to being back in your ears again next Friday.